In the quiet town of Ravensbrook, Sophie Miller had always been warned about venturing into the old forest that loomed at the town's edge. The locals spoke of strange whispers and shadows that seemed to follow those brave enough to enter. Despite these warnings, Sophie, an aspiring photographer, was irresistibly drawn to the mysteries that the woods promised. One late afternoon, armed with her camera, she set off alone into the forest, determined to capture its eerie beauty. The deeper she ventured, the more the trees seemed to close in on her, their branches twisting into grotesque shapes. Whispering sounds floated through the air, and chills ran down her spine, but Sophie dismissed them as tricks of her imagination. After hours of navigating the dense underbrush, she stumbled upon a small, dilapidated cabin. Curious, she approached the structure, pushing the creaky door open with hesitant hands. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the scent of decay. Old, tattered furniture lay strewn about, and cobwebs clung to the corners like spectral veils. As she explored, Sophie felt an inexplicable pull towards a dusty, old mirror hanging on the wall. The mirror's surface was dulled with age, but she could still make out her reflection, albeit faintly. Suddenly, the reflection smiled back at her, though she herself wore no such expression. Startled, she stepped back, her heart pounding against her ribcage. The reflection then raised a finger to its lips, signaling her to be quiet. Panic surged through Sophie, but she found herself paralyzed, unable to look away. The reflection began to morph, its features shifting to form a grotesque, shadowy figure that seemed to be clawing its way out of the glass. As the figure emerged, Sophie felt the temperature plummet, her breath coming out in visible puffs. She stumbled backward, collapsing onto the floor.